Hello students, let's start chapter 9 Traders, Kings and Pilgrims. And today we'll discuss about part 1 of this chapter. First of all, about Jagini at the market. Jagini looked forward to the fair in the village. She loved to see and touch the pots and pans of shiny steel, bright plastic buckets, cloth printed with brilliant floral designs, and clockwork toys, all of which came from the city. Means these things were produced in city and they carried to the village in the fair, right? Fair is one kind of market, temporary market. The men who spread out their wares came in buses and trucks and went back at the end of the day. So sometimes you observe the fair, the people, small shopkeepers came temporarily, set up their shops, and after the end of the fair, they went back. Why were they always on the move? She wondered. She thought about this, that why were they always on the move? They carried the things. Her mother explained that they were traders, people who bought things where they were made and sold them elsewhere. So, who are traders according to this definition? We can see that traders are the people who buy something from somewhere where the things and goods are produced and sell them elsewhere, right? So this was the experience of Jagini at the market, like village fair. Now we'll start how to find out about trade and traders. So this is the first topic of this chapter. We studied about the northern black polished ware. We saw the picture of this polished ware in chapter 8. It means in the previous chapter. This fine pottery, especially bowls and plates, were found from several archaeological sites throughout the subcontinent. It means in India and some neighboring countries. How do you think it reached these places? Traders may have carried them from the places where they were made and to sell them at other places. Means the traders are people, as we already have discussed, that traders are the people who carry and buy the things from the producers and sell them at other places. South India was famous for gold, spices, especially pepper, and precious stones. Gold means Kolar mines. Have you listened about Kolar in Karnataka? Kolar mines are very famous for gold. Spices in South India, Kerala is very famous for spices, the largest producer of spices in India, Kerala, especially pepper. Karnataka is the largest producer of pepper, Karnataka. Since 2014, Karnataka has become the largest producer of pepper, black pepper, and precious stones. In South India, precious stones are found. Pepper was particularly valued in Roman Empire. Roman Empire, it was very famous and strong empire in Europe, started from Italy, so much so that it was known as black gold. So pepper means known as black gold. So traders carried many of these goods to Rome in ships across the sea and by land in caravans. So it means there were two kinds of trade routes, sea routes and land routes. So the traders used to move from one place to another place with the help of the sea routes, through ships, and land routes in caravans. What do you understand by caravans? Many traders used to move from one place to another place together. So these groups of traders were known as caravans. There must have been quite a lot of trade, as many Roman gold coins have been found in South India. Means in South India, Roman gold coins were found. So can you think of how and why these reached India? Very simple, that traders used to carry the things from Rome, right, in India, and from India they bought something like spices, black pepper, and silk and cotton etc. from India and carried to Rome. So to purchase the things, they carried coins, Roman coins in India. So in this way, Roman coins reached India. After that, this is about trade. During that period, a poem about trade. We can find evidence of trade in Sangam poems. Sangam literature is very famous and very old literature. Here is one which describes the goods brought into Puhar. Puhar is a seaport, an important port on the eastern coastal area. Here are brought swift, prancing horses by sea in ships. Prancing horses means jumping horses. Bales of black pepper in carts. Carts were used to carry black pepper. Gems and gold born in Himalayas. Sandalwood born in Western Hills. In Western Hills, sandalwood was very famous tree. The pearls of the southern seas and corals from the eastern oceans. So these things found in oceans. The yield of Ganga means the fertility, and means crops were grown in Ganga, and the crops from the Kaveri. Kaveri also very fertile region, Kaveri deltaic region. Foodstuffs from Sri Lanka, pottery from Myanmar, and other rare and rich imports. So these things were carried by the traders and bought from somewhere and sold somewhere. So you can make a list of these kinds of products. Traders explored several sea routes. Many sea routes were there through which traders used to come and carried the goods to other countries. Some of these followed the coast. There were other across the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. So from Arabian Sea, where sailors took advantage of the monsoon winds to cross the seas more quickly, because monsoon, during the monsoon, they used to come from the east western countries, right, from the west, like in this direction. And after that, when retreating monsoon, with the retreating monsoon, they used to go back in this way. So this was the seasonal reversal of winds. Monsoon word is derived from a word mausim, right? Mausim is an Arabian word which means reversal, seasonal reversal of winds, means monsoon. So in this way, sturdy ships, sturdy means strong, sturdy means strong. Strong ships had to be built for these long journeys, because long journeys were done only with the help of strong ships. Next one, new kingdoms along the coast. I hope that you are understanding this chapter, and this is the next topic, that new kingdoms along the coast, on the coastal regions. The southern half of the subcontinent is marked like this. We can see this is the southern part of India, is marked by a long coastal line with the hills, plateaus, and river valleys. So in this region, this is the coastal region of India. You can see Kaveri in the south, the river valleys. You can see that Kaveri is the most fertile chiefs and kings who controlled the river valleys, and coast became rich and powerful because it was fertile area, and kings used to collect the revenue like that, and they became very rich. Sangam poems mention the Muvendar. Sangam poems mention the Muvendar. So Muvendar explained here, this is a Tamil word meaning three chiefs, used for heads of three kingdoms like ruling families, Cholas, Cheras, Pandyas, who became powerful in South India around 2300 years ago. After that, each of the three chiefs had two centers of power. Which two centers? Inland. One inland and one on the coast. So inland means it is far from the coastal region, and on the coast means the near the sea. Of these six cities, two were very important. Which? Puhar or Kaveri Pattinam. It is also known as Kaveri Pattinam. Second one is the port of the Chola. It was the port of Cholas. Puhar was the port of Cholas. You have to remember, dear students. And Madurai. Madurai was the capital of Pandyas. So what was the port of the Cholas? Puhar. And which was the capital of Pandyas? Madurai. So two cities were there, very important. The chiefs did not collect regular taxes. Like in the later years, the chiefs and the kings, rulers used to collect regular taxes, but at that time it was not there. Instead, they demanded and received gifts from the people. They also went on military expeditions. They used to attack on other kingdoms, small kingdoms, and collected tribute from neighboring areas. And means what kind of use was there of this wealth? They kept some of the wealth and distributed the rest of the wealth amongst their supporters, including members of their family, soldiers, and poets. So many poets whose compositions are found in the Sangam collection composed poems in praise of chiefs who often rewarded them with precious stones, gold, horses, elephants, chariots, and fine cloth. So it means we can understand that these things were gifted by the rulers to the poets and writers. Around 200 years later, a dynasty known as Satavahanas dynasty became powerful in Western India. Satavahanas dynasty was established 60 BC. 60 BC, and it was there till 225 AD. It was long dynasty. A ruler were there. Simuka, also known as Simuka established this dynasty. Simuka established this dynasty. He was the founder of this empire, and after the assassination of the last Kanwa king Susarman, so he was the last Kanwa king Susarman, and Simuka established the Satavahanas dynasty. It means considered to be the identical with the Andhras who are mentioned in the Puranas about this one. And the most important ruler, it means most powerful ruler of the Satavahanas was Gautami Putra Shri Satkarni. Gautami Putra Shri Satkarni. We know about him from an inscription composed on behalf of his mother Gautami Balashri. He and other Satvahana rulers were known as Lords of Dakshinapatha. Literally, the route leading to the south, it was a trading route, Dakshinapatha, which was also used as a name for entire southern region. He sent his army to the eastern, western, and southern coast, right? So why do you think he wanted to control the coast? Because coastal regions are very famous for ports, and ports were the main centers for trade. So the rulers wanted to control the ports to control the trade, so that they could gain more and more money, more and more wealth as taxes and other resources, right? So ports were important, so the kings were very interested to control coastal regions. So dear students, we have discussed till now the topics. I hope that you are understanding. Next topic, the story of the Silk Route, and this topic will be discussed in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.